Sometimes, all it takes is one leap and a little faith to change your life forever. This is the story of someone who stood at the edge of fear and doubt, but chose to jump anyway. A moment of courage that led to something unforgettable. Story: One Leap of Faith. In the heart of a small dusty town in New Mexico lived a 19-year-old boy named Ian. He wasn't rich, popular, or exceptionally talented. But he had something more powerful than all of that, a burning desire to change his life. Every morning, Ian would wake up before sunrise to help his father at their small grocery store. The shop barely brought in enough to survive, but Ian never complained. He smiled, worked hard, and carried a notebook where he'd write down his dreams. One day I'll run my own business. I'll make something big of myself. I'll make my parents proud. But dreams don't pay the bills. After graduating high school, Ian was expected to stay back and work in the family shop. College was out of reach, too expensive. His friends either moved to the city or got jobs in nearby factories. For a while, Ian felt stuck, until one night something changed. He was scrolling through his old cracked phone when he came across a video of a young entrepreneur who started a digital marketing agency from nothing. The guy in the video said something that hit Ian hard. You don't need money to start, you need courage. Take one smart risk, that's all it takes. That night Ian couldn't sleep. He thought of all the small businesses in his town. The baker, the mechanic, the tailor, none of them had any online presence. That's when the idea struck him. What if I could help them grow online? What if I start my own digital service for local businesses? The problem? He knew nothing about marketing. He had no laptop, no clients, and no one believed in the idea, not even his own family. You want to build a what? His father asked, laughing. You can't even fix the shop's Wi-Fi. And you're talking about websites, ads. But Ian didn't argue. He just smiled and said, just give me 3 months, I'll prove myself. The next morning he made the boldest decision of his life. He sold his old motorbike. It was the only thing he truly owned. With the money he bought a second-hand laptop and enrolled in an online course on digital marketing. It was a huge risk. If he failed, he wouldn't even have a bite to go to job interviews. Every night after working at the grocery store, he studied. He practiced on free tools. He offered free services to a few shops just to build his portfolio. Days turned into weeks, and slowly things started changing. One day, the local bakery got double the customers after Ian helped them with an Instagram campaign. Then the mechanic got calls from outside town after Ian made him a Google business profile. Word started spreading. Soon Ian started charging small fees. Not much, just enough to feel proud. But it was working. 3 months passed. One evening, while counting change at the shop, Ian's phone buzzed. It was an email from a small startup in Albuquerque. They had seen his work online and wanted to hire him to manage their digital marketing part-time, remotely. His hands trembled as he read the email. This was the break he needed. He showed it to his father, who silently read the message and looked up, eyes soft. I was wrong, he said quietly. You were right to take the risk. That moment, that one line, meant more to Ian than the job itself. By the end of the year, Ian was no longer just helping local shops. He had 3 freelance clients from different cities. He saved enough to rent a small office space and hired 2 of his friends who had also been struggling to find work. His business was now real legit. Growing people often asked him, "Weren't you scared when you sold your bike?" He would smile and say, "Of course I was. But fear doesn't mean stop. Sometimes fear means you're on the edge of something great." Moral of the story: life doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It rewards those who dare to move, especially when it's risky, when it's uncomfortable, when it seems impossible. Ion didn't have money connections or a degree. What he had was courage, and at the right time, he made the right decision that changed everything. So if you're waiting for a sign to chase your dreams, this is it.